Hey, what's up you guys, The Curious Owl here, and today I have my February 2025 TBR. I know it is so late in the month for TBRs and everything, but I haven't had the time and or energy to be able to film a video, and now I do. So we're gonna use it when it's available. So I will say I have quite a stack of books, but quite a few of these books are gonna count for a lot of prompts, considering that I am going to be in quite a few groups of things and readathons, and yeah, let's just go ahead and get into it. So first of all, I'm going to go over the books that are carryovers from January that I did not get to, and then we'll get into the readathons and then the groups that I am a part of that I'll be doing book club reads for. Okay, so first I have the Moonies book club read for January, which is Blood Over Brighthaven by M.L. Wang. I will be hopefully getting through this here fairly soon early in the month. Then I do have my read of Assassin's Apprentice by Rob and Hobb. I will be finishing this basically before the live show. By the time this video is out, it'll have been done, and the live show will have already happened, so don't worry, this will get done. I also have Mask of the Deer Woman by Laurie L. Dove, which by the time this video goes out, I have already finished and rated and will be discussing in my February wrap-up. I also have Empire of Shadows by Jacquelyn Benson, which as of this video, I am nearly done with and will be finishing up here very, very soon. Okay, next we're gonna go into the readathons I'm a part of. The first one being the in-bulk readathon for Witchathon. Now, technically by the time that this video goes out, it will be over, but I'm extending it to the entire month because of the fact that I don't have a lot of time anymore to be able to sit and binge read like a lot of people. So week-long and 2-week-long readathons, they're going to be taking over the whole month because I want to give myself the best chance possible, and I want to make it more fair to myself. This is just for my sanity and for me to feel like I actually can accomplish something by getting through the TBR that I had initially set out. But for this, the first one we have for the prompts is a light source or late winter or early spring setting, and for this I am going with Witchcraft for Wayward Girls by Grady Hendrix, the light source being the lava lamp that's right there, you know. It is what it is. Next is a book that is inspired by Brigade's Day, which is a book that either heals a slump or has an animal on the cover. For this I'm going with North is the Night, which has various animals on it, like an elk, it looks like, a polar bear, there's a raven up at the top, and on the back side there's also a couple wolves. This has got all kinds of animals on the cover, so that one works. And then for the prompt of fertility, growth, nurturing, and or basically elements of the Emperor Tarot card, we are going with Witchcraft for Wayward Girls as well. Next we have Polarthon, which this year is going over the entire month, thank goodness. And I have basically one book that is going to be completing almost all of the prompts in one go. So we are gonna start with that. So for blue, snowy setting, chilly vibes, and cozy vibes, polar fantasy, snowy cover, animal companion, Arctic adventure, icy, foiled cover, winter read, and snowy, we have North is the Night by Emily Rath. Then for black and warm, we have Witchcraft for Wayward Girls by Grady Hendrix. Then for a nonfiction book, we have Happy People Are Annoying by Josh Peck, which I have, just not right here. It's upstairs. I was mistaken. For Animal Companion, we have Monstress Volume 9. I want to make that clear. Monstress Volume 9 for Animal Companion. I'm all over the place. I can't keep track of anything anymore, apparently. And then finally, for a book with a white cover, we are going with Brutal Prince by Sophie Lark. Now, next we have Jante's Inferno, which by the time this video goes out, we will be in the middle of. If you don't know what Jante's Inferno is, it is a 2-week-ish readathon from the 6th to the 16th where we are trying to get out of the circles of hell. Now for the first circle we have a library book, which I'm going with The Spear Cuts Through Water, as I will be getting that from my library. For a dark cover and for violence, we are going with Monstress Volume 9 by Majorie and Sana Takeda. For a book that is trending and a book that involves conflict, I am finally going to read Butcher and Blackbird by Brynne Weaver. I've been meaning to read this. Finally have a chance to, and it's perfect for Valentine's Day apparently. Then for a recent purchase, I have The Kiss Countdown by Etta Easton. Then for both a food slash beverage on the cover and a 5-star prediction, I have Cackle by Rachel Harrison. And finally, one more book to complete everything else. We have Brutal Prince by Sophie Lark. Now, finally, let's get into all of the groups that I am a part of. So first we have Brandy's Patreon book club, which for the month of February, we are reading Grave Empire. I know nothing about this other than that it is possibly the first in a fantasy series. That's it. Then for Studis, which is the Native Indigenous readers and authors read-along thing for the entire year 2025, posted by Native Lady Book Warrior. The prompt is to read a book that has circles on the cover, which for this I decided to go with To Shape a Dragon's Breath, which is the first book in the Peshiwesit series by Moniquill Blackgoose. This is an Indigenous author. It is, I believe, a debut novel, and I have heard amazing things about it from some of my subscribers, so very excited to read this. You can tell this how tall the stack is now, the fact that it's almost shoulder height. Then for the Elderling read-along, we have 2 books going on for the month of February. We have the novella of Words Like Coins, as well as the second book in the Farseer trilogy, Royal Assassin, which Royal Assassin is currently upstairs. I did not grab it. Then for the Moonies book club that is hosted by G at Book Roast's Patreon, we are reading The Sphere Cuts Through Water. And for Aldea, for the year-long Aldea reading challenge, I decided to go with the book off of my top shelf, which I decided to go off of the one that is in here, and decided to go with North is the Night by Emily Rath. Then for the Bloody Read, which is a book club thing that Jan from Jan Agaton does with on her Patreon, we have You Made a Fool of Death with Your Beauty by Awaeke Emezi. And for the Full Moon book club that they also host, we are going to be reading Witchcraft for Wayward Girls. Then finally, the last book club I have is for the Cozy Cafe that Liv from Liv Reads a Latte hosts on their Patreon. We are reading The Kiss Countdown by Etta Easton. Now, if I somehow manage to have time in the short month that is February and get through all of these books, I do have 2 other books I'd like to be able to read, and that includes Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros, a book in the Empyrean series, which I have been very highly anticipating since its release, we'll put it that way. And The Night is Defying, which is the second book in the Nightfall series by Chloe C. Penaranda. If you watched my January wrap-up, you'll know I finished the first book and then immediately was able to get to the second book when it released, and I am very excited for how this one's going to go. But these are kind of like last on the pile, mostly because I've got so many other things I need to read, but I would love to be able to get to these ones if I so possibly can. Okay, let's see if I can lift this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to without falling. Okay, here we go. But there we go, guys. That is all that I am planning to read in the month of February. I'm going to put this down before I accidentally knock it over and hurt myself and or break something. So we're going to set that down right back where it was. But thank you guys so much for joining me in this video. If you guys did enjoy it, please do give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already and you'd like to be and would like to see more content like this, go ahead and hit that button down below and subscribe to become an owlet in our flock. I also have a Patreon if you're interested in getting different exclusive videos and other posts and things like that with me and what I'm reading and basically what I'm doing. So feel free to go check that out if you would like. Otherwise, I will see all of you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.